Why do you never have enough time to do what you actually want to do? Why are you so bad at time management? Why do you keep telling yourself you'll improve, but somehow you don't? Even though you really want to be better? Let me tell you one thing. You don't need more discipline. You don't need more motivation. In this video, I'll share with you the 3 key approaches that completely change the way I see time management. They help me avoid burnout, get things done faster, and still have time to enjoy this beautiful life. And no, it's not about techniques like Pomodoro, time blocking, or prioritizing tasks. It's not about tools like Google Calendar or Notion either. It's all about your mind and your emotions. I know. It sounds a bit weird, but trust me, I'll break it down clearly. And your only job is just stay with me till the end of this video, because at the end, I'll share with you the Elimination Mindset. Something that actually helps you create more time instead of staying stuck in that loop of feeling tired and blaming yourself. So if you think you're lazy, or you're a people pleaser, or you feel like you're always burning out, this video is 100% for you. Time management isn't really logical, it's emotional. Time management is kind of a myth, right? You can't actually manage time. It keeps moving no matter what. The truth is, feelings like guilt, fear, stress, and anxiety, they often decide how we spend our time even more than what's actually written in our schedule. Think about it. No matter how carefully you plan your day, the moment something bad happens, your whole to-do list can get flipped. Not because the tasks changed, but because you're no longer in the right emotional state to handle them. And when that happens, you naturally start prioritizing other things. Not because they're more important, but simply because of how you feel in that moment. So yeah, time management isn't just about logic or calendars or productivity tools, it's also about emotions. I'll list out a few examples so you can see how emotions affect your actions and time in ways you might not even realize. Emotional guilt usually puts you in situations you don't actually want to be in, but you still say yes because if you don't, you'll feel guilty. Like when a coworker asks for help. You're already overwhelmed, but you still agree, even though it drains your time and energy. And then, anxiety or fear of falling behind leads you to burnout, because you feel like you have to be working all the time, even during breaks. So you start multitasking, overworking. But at the end of the day, nothing really gets done. You're staying busy to ease the anxiety, not because the work truly matters in that moment. And then you feel like you have no time for yourself, family, or your work. Then there's fear. It makes you procrastinate. You delay starting something important because deep down, you're afraid. You afraid it's going to be hard, that you'll mess it up. You play out all these scenarios in your head and end up wasting all your time and energy just being afraid instead of actually doing the thing. So you distract yourself with easier, low-stakes tasks. But the main problem, still sitting there, untouched. Here are a few tips to help you manage your emotions better so you can use your time more effectively. Feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot if you need to. Love is more powerful than discipline. We've been focusing so much on willpower and discipline, but the thing that actually drives our actions is love. It's simply how much you care about what you're doing. Think about it. Parents stay up all night taking care of their kids and still show up for work the next day to provide for their family. A woman might put her career on pause just to spend more time with her kids. An artist can spend days and nights pouring their heart into a song. Why? Because they care. Because they love what they're doing or who they're doing it for. We talk so much about getting into a flow state or hyper-focus by using technique, but we forget the simplest way to get into flow is to do what you're doing with love, compassion, and care. I know it might sound a little idealistic, but let's be real. You're not going to succeed if you're forcing yourself to keep doing things you hate in a way that makes you miserable. Why keep doing what you hate in the way you hate and still expect yourself to be productive and effective? It's just not fair for you. Of course there'll be challenges, even when you're doing what you love. But it's still so much better than waking up every day drained by something that isn't right for you. However, sometimes the problem isn't what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. Like, there are so many things that are good for you, but you just can't bring yourself to do them. You feel stuck. like it's too hard, too overwhelming, so you procrastinate. It's not because you're lazy, it's because you haven't found the right way to do it yet. Like when I was learning English, I knew it was good for me, but I couldn't do it because I kept trying to learn in a way that didn't fit me. I forced myself to listen to TED Talks all day when I could barely understand them. Every time I opened my mouth to speak English, I felt judged. I was afraid to say the wrong thing, then people would laugh at me. I also thought, if I can't get a high score on some certificate, does that mean I'm a loser? But then I changed everything. I changed the way I approached learning. I started from the things I actually loved, like cooking. I stopped learning just to get a certificate. Instead, I started learning so I could connect with people because I genuinely enjoy having conversations and making new friends. I stopped forcing myself to listen to long and difficult podcasts or academic videos just because other people on the internet advised me to. I started learning what I love first. I think of the result, like how many new friends could I make? How many new cooking recipes could I discover? What kind of stories could I hear from people around the world? And once I changed how I approached learning, everything just clicked. That's when I realized you can either do what you love or find a way you love to do the things that are good for you. You see, it all starts from what makes you feel safe and comfortable first. And that's exactly the mindset I use when designing English courses at CREST English, helping people learn English in a way that feels good, enjoyable, and personal. Anyway, the main thing I want you to remember is this. It's not about forcing yourself to do what you hate in a way that drains you. Honestly, that's just not fair to you. And hey, please, stop listening to people who romanticize productivity, saying stuff like, pressure makes diamonds. Like, really? Well, maybe some of us aren't diamonds. Maybe we're just lovely little flowers that need a good and healthy environment to grow in a way that's sustainable. Having more time is simple. Just say no more often. You know, every time you say yes to something, it's an exchange of energy, effort, and time. And that's something you can never get back. Think of the time you spent 3 hours listening to someone who always complains about their life, spreads negativity, and doesn't want to change anything. Do you feel refreshed after that? No. You feel drained mentally and emotionally. Now imagine spending those exact same 3 hours on a movie you love, a hobby that makes you feel alive, or with someone who makes you feel calm, safe, and accepted. It's the same amount of time, but a completely different experience. It's not about having more time. It's about using your time in a way that actually gives you energy, not steals it. It's not that difficult. It's not that complicated. It's all about choices. You just need to be more mindful of what, which, and who you give your time to. Because the truth is, if you don't protect your time, other people will spend it for you. Not out of bad intentions, but simply because you didn't set a boundary. Saying no doesn't make you rude. It makes you responsible. Responsible for your time, your energy, and your peace.